welcome back to another Artifact Corner. Today we will be looking at a magazine from December of 1913. This is McCall's magazine, and that name might sound familiar to you if you sew. The McCall's Pattern Company was founded in 1870 by Scottish immigrant James McCall. The magazine started out under a different name. It was originally called The Queen and was first published in 1873. In 1897, it was renamed McCall's Magazine, The Queen of Fashion, which was later shortened to McCall's. McCall's Magazine ended publication in 2002. McCall's was synonymous with fashion, particularly in its earlier years, and had so many beautiful illustrations showcasing all of the upcoming trends in ladies' fashion. Let's learn a bit more about women's fashion in the early 19-teens. At the beginning of the 19-teens, the very rigid silhouettes of the previous decade were fading into softer, more natural silhouettes. The waistline was coming back to the natural waist, and the skirt shapes were much closer to the body. The 19-teens is very much broken up into two distinct time frames, before World War I and during and directly after World War I. For the person reading our magazine in December of 1913, the war had not yet begun. One of the big trends of the early part of the 19-teens was the rise of Orientalism. Here is an excerpt from the Fashion Institute of Technology's website. The Ballet Russes performed Scheherazade, a ballet based on 1001 Nights in Paris in 1910, setting off the craze. French designer Paul Poiret helped popularize this look, which featured draped fabrics, vibrant colors, and a column-like silhouette. He even introduced harem pantaloons in 1911, a ballooning pair of trousers that only the most daring of women would opt to wear. Evening wear was where the height of fashion could be displayed. Layers and layers of sheer fabrics, often embroidered with stunning beadwork, decorated their gowns. Hand-woven lace panels were added to increase the gown's sumptuous look. Poiret's fashions dominated the first half of the decade, if only because they were inventive and newsmaking. In 1911, he introduced the hobble skirt, which narrowed so much at the bottom of the skirt that it made it difficult for women to walk. Hats were an absolute must, and if a woman was leaving the house, she was wearing a hat. The hats were enormous. Think of the scene where Kate Winslet is first getting out of the car at the dock in the film Titanic. Large, elaborately decorated hats were all the rage. The hats were decorated with ribbon, beadwork, and feathers. Sometimes entire birds were perched on hats. The craze for feathers and whole birds for fashion was so extreme that some birds were hunted to extinction. Women's shoes were most often boots, made from leather with buttons up the sides, and a 2-inch stacked heel. This magazine is in quite good condition, with the exception of the cover, which is a bit tatty. The pages and illustrations are still vibrant and lovely. It offers a window into time and gives us a look at all the style trends for women's fashions in 1913 and even predicts what will be popular as they head into the year 1914. Little did they know that with the outbreak of World War I, fashions were about to change to reflect the needs of women joining the war effort. This is a wonderful glimpse into the late Edwardian period, and we are so lucky to have it in our collections. Thanks so much for stopping by.